All right, that should be good. So just as a little heads up there to YouTube, BeamStream shut my stream off, and so therefore the YouTube stream shut down, and so this is now part 2 of that stream that was rolling for the last 7 hours. This is now part 2 of that. I'm going to just leave them as 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. But and by the way, the reason, or the way I know that it was BeamStream that stopped it is because all throughout the day, you guys have seen when I've driven through tree cover and I lose my internet, you see the BRB, you see the blowfly doing aerobics on a piece of styrofoam. That's because I'm not sending enough information to YouTube for them to keep the stream, but I go through Go Lightstream. So Go Lightstream is the intermediary, and then if Go Lightstream doesn't receive... What? Hang on. Now I'm on the wrong feed. I beg your pardon.
We're going to have a little fun.
I beg your pardon.
I have nothing else to do, so let's have a little fun, right?
Before I have to do this spiel potentially twice. I believe I am live on YouTube, but it's on the part 2. That's 7 hours.
What a beautiful group of people you are. You are good. I wish I looked like you.
Okay, I'm live there. One person watching. That's me. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so just to reiterate, every time I lose internet, my stream continues as one long continuous feed on YouTube. That's because I go through Go Lightstream, and that has stream protection. If my bandwidth drops to the point of unstable, it throws up the BRB, and then next time you see me is when the signal's stronger again. When a stream cuts, that means the outgoing signal from BeamStream has because I go live you solo, go livestream, BeamStream, YouTube. So the snap in the tether here was not from my live view solo to Go Lightstream, because if it was, all you would have seen was BR. The snap in the tether was after that, between Go Lightstream and beamstream.gg. Now BeamStream, it's June 1. It's been June 1 for me all day. Now June 1 in the States, right? Approximately, close to. On the East Coast it'd be June 1. So June 1 is the day that beamstream.gg turn over from being a free service with sponsorship to having paid tier levels, of which I am a paid tier member. But I think that right on the noggin, they turned everything off and returned it back on, and that's why that stream dropped. Irregardless of all that, it is back up. If it was short enough, it might continue on the previous one. Yeah, that's true, but it's like 45 seconds or something, and it's been way more than that. And now I've forgotten all about my dinner. Yeah, that's weird. I was just very weird situation to see, because you guys were all chatting. My Starlink was fine. Everything on the surface looked like it should be rolling, but I didn't concede that maybe BeamStream shut down for a second, or for more than a second. I just didn't think that that'd be a thing. Like, if they're turning the service off to like trigger this tier level stuff, you think they'd do it to streams that aren't active? Like the ones that are live, do them later, like flag them for a later period and then turn them off when they're not live, like those channels. Or you could just mess everyone up and do it all in one go. Wouldn't be the first time BeamStream had done something unusual, perplexing, confusing, odd, such as... Have you seen my tweet? See my reply to Angel's tweet about the premium member badge? He finally said what I thought he would say. I'll read it out to you. I'll need my glasses though. This is pretty bad, I think. From a media perspective, this is a bit of a fail. So the tweet reads, and this is what I was trying to I hoped he'd say this because I don't need to go any further with the tweet, but the point is made. So the tweet from Beam said, this was 3 days ago, designed to be simple, recognizable, and instantly identifiable. I'll start again. Designed to be simple, recognizable, and instantly identifiable at small sizes, the new premium member badge features a metallic gold shield paired with Beam's tetrahedron logo. It was designed to feel earned. Clean lines, strong contrast, and a professional aesthetic. So I responded with, how does one acquire it? To which Beam then responded, it's for premium members. And I said, how does one become a premium member? And their response was a link to beamstream.gg/pricing. So the way you become a premium member is by paying, and by paying you receive a earned member badge. So you receive this thing by buying it. By paying for it is how you get it. But yet the release blurb says it's designed to feel earned. Like I worked really hard, I grinded for this member badge. No, anyone can buy one. You can stream for half a day on Beam and buy a member badge and be the same as the guy that's been there from the very beginning. It's not earned at all. You paid for it. Crazy, like mismanaged up the wazoo. Who's doing that? Is the same people that ran D-Live involved in Beam? I'm starting to think they might be. Designed to feel earned. A gold metallic shining emblem in the sky. How do you get one? Oh, you just give us enough money and we'll give you one. That's not earned. That's dumb. No clue. I'm not good at identifying a musician or albums. Tom Jones. Nice. Good evening, Woz. How you doing, man? How you doing, Woz? End rant, by the way. My rant is ended. And this is really taking a long time to thaw out. That's going to help though. And looks like a cracking fire. Yeah, dude, I've been 5 days now, been live streaming. By the way, we've got such a high ISO that this doesn't even look this bright. Yeah, it's a great fire, great place. Super psyched, super stoked. Designed to feel earned. Shoalhaven River trickling behind us. Well, I might get that big one on. We need a big fat coals to do its thing. Oh shit! That almost went in my dinner. Hey, this thing's so big I can't angle it on properly. How does one acquire it? It's for premium members. How does one become a premium member? Beamstream.gg/pricing. I mean, it's kind of funny, really. They know that they've been got at that point. Like, you release this premium members badge. You tell us all it's about feeling like you deserve it, you earned it. But in actual fact, you can just buy it. It's kind of like the D-Live global partner t-shirts. Oh, that's cool, man. You can identify who's a global partner. No. Anyone can just buy them. So you don't even have to be a partner. You can just go to the merch store and buy it. What is the point of that? I got a global partnership with D-Live. Did you? No. I just bought the t-shirt. Well, I climbed Mount Druitt. I took the 360 drone out for a first flight yesterday. Fairly seamless, though the editing and reframing takes a little time. Yeah, right, okay. Okay. Keen to see the footage. Are you going to post it up somewhere, Was? Oh, it fell in my dinner. That's campfire rusticness. Rustic. The smoke is like this wind. When we got here, I saw it. Okay, fire there. Wind's going that way. Perfect. The wind has been going this way the whole time. It's blinding my eyes. It's all good. I still have not got my D-Live affiliate t-shirt. They didn't. That's the thing, Hendrik. They didn't give them to. They didn't give them to partnered up streamers. You didn't receive anything for being a partner. If you wanted one of those, you just had to buy it, and you didn't have to prove that you were partnered up. You just had to give them the money, which is exactly what this Beam membership premium membership badge is. Anybody can get one if you just pay them. Yet it's designed to feel earned. Somebody needs to go to design school and resit that lesson. Maybe another flight or two where there has been a bit poo-poo. Yeah, fair enough. I want to get a drone. I don't know if is it possible for me to take my Phantom 2 with me on a road trip, or is that just had its day? I mean, I took it on the road trip to Uluru and I used it like maybe 2 or 3 times. It was just a hassle more than anything. Smoking. That's better. Blow that way like you have been forever. Please. Whoa. That's this Vindig. I'm coming over this side to get wood. smoking a lot because it's all wet. All this wood's wet. Can't help myself, gotta feed more fire, gotta feed more wood onto it. That one keeps landing in my dinner. Oh, that's dry. Holy moly. In all that fiasco, I forgot to get a photo of the van in situ with the sun going down. Now the sun's gone. It'll be too dark. Oh, there's a little snifter of light. Not really. No frogs croaking. None. None frogs. It's a shame. I was looking at inflatable kayaks the other day. Oh, interesting. Like they use them Same kind of concept with sups, yeah? They pump them up. Interesting idea. So like where I'm camping right now, there's a river. You could take one out on there. Yeah, I probably wouldn't. I get it. Sorry, dude. Landing in my eyes. Yeah, that's a pretty strong market, isn't it? A lot of people use those inflatable kayaks, sups, and such. Folds up into a backpack. That's insane, dude. Technology these days. A floating device. Like, if you were stranded on a desert island, a fold-up floating device that can fit into a backpack could literally save your life. If Tom Hanks had one of those in Castaway, we wouldn't have found Wilson! Wilson! I guess there's downsides to everything. Oh, let's have some fun here. I got nothing else to do, so let's have a little fun. Let's do top 5 movies. Who wants to go first? I'll go first? No. How about you go first? You're here, Hendrik's here, who else is here? Well, what wasn't Hendrik? You're the most prevalent right now in the chat. So top five, and no one go, like, let Was do it. 5 of your most all-time favorite films that you think we should all know and see. 5. Yeah, top 5 favorite films. Genre independent, like can be any genre, can be any style. Top 5, eh? Yeah, the top 5. If you want to talk to someone and they say, hey, you seem like a pretty cool guy. What are your top 5 films? And do you think, and by recommendation, or by telling us those top 5, you're therefore recommending that we should also watch them because it can't be like a guilty pleasure well, it can be, I guess, but anyway, your favorite 5. But just know that we will watch them. I will anyway, because I like films. Had a minister at church he was Irish and he would say film. I mean that's how it's spelt, but then you'd say stitches as well. Stitches. I got my stitches taken out. I saw a great film in the waiting room. Sitting in the waiting room. I forewent a great gig this weekend to do this road trip. I had media access to the beta band and I declined it, which that'll never happen again. They'll never tour Australia again. I don't think they've ever toured Australia before. Wait, no, they would have done Livid, I guess. But yeah, I said I can't make it. Please allocate my photographer pass to another photographer because I can't attend. Flosky, they should be watching your gig. Oh, by the way, Flosky's still here. If you're, yeah, let Woz go first. He's still thinking. Okay, cool. Let Woz go first, and then we'll go around the room, and you can all give us your top 5. Hey, at some point the stream will drop. I believe my Starlink the power bank for it will, at some point, say no more. But I've got more power, obviously. So don't think I'm leaving you in the dust or in the dark. And by the way, I've also already got my top 5. I've got them written down. So just in case in someone's top 5 they mention a film and you think, oh, you only added that to your list. No, I've already got mine in my phone from ages ago. So I'll get it out and I'll show it to you, or I'll read it out. But just know that I'm not just copying. If someone puts a film in their top 5 and I forgot it, I'm not adding it. I've already got my top 5. Yeah, Dunsky! Nice fire tonight. Yeah, it's nice here, man. Yeah. Have a guess where I am. Well, have a guess what river's behind me. No word of a lie. You already know it. It's the Shoalhaven. And we got some potatoes and carrots on the roast in tin foil, and my lamb shoulder still frozen. I'm just trying to thaw it really slowly, but still frozen block. It's getting there though. Might have to add some water to it. I might add another block of beef stock. It's hard to pick. Not Larbert. I didn't get all the way back to Larbert. No. That'd be cool though, Doug, but I didn't do that. Oh, Hendrik, keep quiet. Don't tell yours until we get to your 5, Hendrik. Start writing your list down, Hendrik. We want to have all 5 in one hit. Don't drip feed like that. And it's not your turn, by the way. Don't make me come over there. Just going to add some more water and maybe another beef stock to this. Actually, I'll get the stock cubed out first. Five best films. That's what we're doing, Doug. Yeah. Do you want to play along too, Doug? We're letting Woz go first. But yeah, I'd like to hear yours, man. The idea is that these are the 5 films that you think are the greatest 5 films you've seen in your life, and they're films that you would say, if you've just met someone or you're hanging out, you appreciate their time or whatever, you'd be like, hey, I think you should see these films. These films will make an impact on you. That's the crack here. And any genre, like whatever tickles your boat. Tickles your boat and floats your fancy. Oh, more beer floats my fancy. Yeah, this is the end of the trip, so I might get a little toasty tonight. Might get me on a little rant. I mean, I don't need to be toasted for that, but you know what I'm saying. Dale's back. Blah. Dale, we'll do yours too. We're doing Woz first though. Everyone gets their turn, their chance. I'll work on my list. Yeah, get your list together, but let's hold off on it until. Oh, dude, the smoke is so bad. It wasn't like this when we got here. It can change though. So Woz has already done his? Where? I didn't see it. Pill dropped? Pill dropped? What does that mean? Stream dropped off pilled? Beam must have read my Discord conversation with Gibbs about random drops. Did pill dropped? I'm sorry, dude. This is horrible. The smoke is just unrelenting. In my face every 5 seconds. Can we move it? No, we cannot. Woz says that's my 5, but I never saw the list, Woz. Can you put them again? I never quite saw your list, Woz. 5 is hard. Make it work. That's like asking 5 favorite bands. I can give you 2. 200. Woz, you said that's my 5. I didn't see your 5. My 5 will change each week. So let's live in the present here, folks. Let's all come down to planet Earth and live on June the 1st, 2026, the current day. No one expects time travel here. I'm not the Doc, you're not Marty, and we don't have Einstein. No one expects a flux capacitor. Let's live on today's time. And hurry up with that list, Woz. No, I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult to nail down 5. This also might be better for a call-in, to be fair, because then you can explain why you've chosen them. I feel like just a drop-down list of 5 movies could just be like, oh, I like that film. Oh, me too. But there's got to be reasons behind it. Like... So do you want to do a call-in? Should we get the tech together to do a campfire call-in? I'll faff around with my computer for 5 hours. I'll do that right now. I'll be over here for 7 hours. I'll be just adding a loop back audio feed, and I'll add this, and I'll put a headphone in. I'll do that for 7 hours, and then at the end of the 7 hours, there'll be nobody here to tell me their 5 favorite films. Do you remember we did that? Dale, do you remember we actually did do a call-in on an IRL stream, and I did exactly what that, but it didn't take 7 hours. It took like 20 minutes or something. From what I recall, it actually worked pretty well. Once you're home, you're doofus. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Calling would be better for... Well, maybe... Okay, so maybe this could be a precursor. Like, you guys tell me your films, and you don't rant and rave in the chat about why, but you just list them. And then I tell you mine, and I rant and rave about my 5, and then we can dovetail into joining all the films together in a conversation, and then later on you can all call in and tell me why I'm wrong. By the time the convo is over, my 5 will change. Ooh, I hear bubbling inside the tinfoil. You better get that checked out. Wow, wind just picked up. Lucky I pegged this down. Let me pull the tinfoil out of the fuego. don't want them to burn, right? Like, we got leaves and twigs inside my dinner. Get out of there, leaf. Look at that. That's rustic. This is campfire. Sparks landing in there. Another one. Rustic. Okay, was. So, okay, here comes Waz's top 5. Number 1. This is not in any order, of course. Return of the Jedi. Okay, of the Star Wars trilogy, the first 3 films, the final of that one, and then there was about 10 or so years, or maybe longer, 20 years, then they did the 4th film. Okay. Matrix number 1. Interesting, the first Matrix. See, people would often say the second Matrix is more enjoyable. But the first one, okay. And Alien as the first, again, not Aliens. Alien, okay. I mean, Sigourney Weaver is amazing in that film. In the first, even the first 2, yeah. Terminator 2, okay. And Africa. Sorry, my eyes are bad. I'm not wearing glasses. I refuse to tonight. Akira. Now that's an anime, right? Akira. First Matrix is way better than the sequel. I have to watch them again. Which is the one where they have that big rave party in the underground area? That one was dumb. Was that number 2? Because if that's the case, then yeah. Then if that's the case, the first one is the best. Sure, I haven't seen them for a while. Oh, so Dale's jumping in. Okay, so Dale, we were going to go with Henrik next because you've been away for a while, but it's probably like 3 a.m. in Florida right now. So let Dale have his tea. So he's going to go with number 1, Saving Private Ryan. Okay. Okay. This is the war movie with Tom Hanks, right? I've seen it, yeah. So these are films that we should all know. Like, and by the way, Akira, I'm not 100% familiar with. I know it's an anime. The Empire Strikes Back. Okay. Okay. Yep. Daleskins. So there's 2 Star Wars films in these first 2 lists. Hendrik prefers the first Matrix. I think, yeah, I think I might have got that wrong. If that rave scene was in the second one, that second film's dumb. Forrest Gump, right on. Yep. I mean, that's a feel-good movie and a feel-bad movie. Yeah, Forrest Gump's, that's good. The Godfather Part 2, interesting. I was thinking about someone saying that. Okay, that's an epic. The Godfather 1 sets it all up, and The Godfather 2 is where it all comes together, and it's chaotic. Yeah, okay. First Matrix, I think we're all in consensus there. The first Matrix was the better film. Akira was great, but I lost interest fast. So this means I'm going to watch Akira. I want to know what I want to know what this is, because I know that name. Oh no, there's a band in Perth called Altheria. Altheria. Akira. And Daleskins, you're 5th, you're 5, you're number 5 skis. Wow, it's gotten so cold here, dude. My nose is just like literally dripping. Flosky, The Matrix, the reveal of the digital world and plot happened in the first. After that, it was just more effects. Yeah. I think I got that wrong. Yeah. His taping is in suspense. Top Gun, wow. Top Gun in your top 5? That changes every day. Interesting. It's a very boy movie, isn't it? Like a very boy. Like these are the boys out there hanging. There's a song in there, playing with the boys. It's very gay. It's a very gay film, right? Top Gun. No, but there's sex scenes in it as well. There's a love interest, but it is a very gay movie. Is that right to say? Is Top Gun a gay film? I think it's a gay film, right? My nose is dripping too. I can't narrow down 5. You can't do it, Flosky. Well, let's hear H-Man's. By the way, Was, thank you. Great selection. Thank you, Was. Of yours, Was, the Akira is the one that I'll go and watch. Daleskin, of yours, I have to go back and watch Saving Private Ryan again. But that is Tom Hanks, right? Did I get that bit right? I've seen it. It's a classic, but I can't really remember it. I know it's a war film, right? It's a very gay film. Top Gun is a gay film, yeah. Do you have much wind? It's windy up here. It's kind of windy here. Every now and then it picks up. I'm kind of in a little gully here in the Shoalhaven, but it is kind of windy. But can I just clarify that? Is Saving Private Ryan Tom Hanks? I feel like it is, but I'm not 100%. I'm not remembering it entirely. At this point, a simple yes or no would do. I'm just saying, in the latency issues we have of non-latency, a yes or no on that would be pretty great. Yep, thank you, Was. Thank you. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I'll watch it again. I'll watch Saving Private Ryan and Akira. Those are the 2 things that I'll forget when I get home. And I'll ask you to remind me. Remember me? Yeah, that's right. I'll ask you to remember me. Remember me. I was in your top 5 films. Remember Tame Impala used to do a cover of that? That song's called Blue Boy, isn't it? No, the band was Blue Boy. The track was Remember Me. That was high on their rotation before they became global superstars. Which is, well, before he became a global superstar. That was not on my bingo cards that band would become headlining Coachella. Crazy stuff. They're really, really, really good, but are they good like that? Who knows? Someone who sucked whose cock to get that to happen? I mean, let's be real. I sucked a lot of cock to get where I am. We all know it. It's an Australian song. Great band, Regurgitated, but the truth is, somebody smoked somebody. Who smoked who to get Tame Impala that big? There'll be a story about that sometime. One minute they're playing Rocket Bar on a Tuesday night in Adelaide to 12 people. The next minute they're headlining the big day out. The next minute they're headlining Coachella. Something doesn't make sense. But all props to them. But there's got to be a good story there. The fact that I can say Tame Impala and Dale Bold knows them. Like, to be honest, to be fair, the fact I can say Tame Impala and Dale's like, they're great. That's crazy. That is crazy. What about Top Gun is gay? Lots of muscle men with sweat and like making life-changing decisions at the helm of a wheel, death-defying stunts, hand salutes, energetic music, lots of muscles pumping in the gym. They basically just needed to thrust and that would be it. It's all done, right? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying it is a gay... It's like they say Die Hard is a Christmas film. Top Gun is a gay film. Same kind of parameters. I've never heard of Taming Impala. There's a YouTube video which covers it. That covers the Tame Impala rise. You got to link me up with that. Everyone on Kick. I like Tame Impala songs. Cool. Hendrik, I still have not seen Top Gun 2. Top Gun Maverick is awesome. I tried to watch that reboot thing they did recently. I couldn't. Hendrik, let's hear your 5, dude. Let's hear your 5 skins. Your top 5 skins. Lucky we didn't choose 4. That would be awkward. Your top 4 skins. Give us your top 5 films, H-Man. I'd call Top Gun an action love story. Yeah, I mean it is that too. Yeah, no doubt, Doug. It's an action love story, but there is a gay element to it for sure. You guys officially suck because we think Top Gun is a gay film. I mean, look, let's be fair. A lot of gay dudes would froth at that film, right? They'd be frothing at it. So in a sense, it's not a gay film, but it's tapping into multiple markets. Because there is a love interest, you know. There's the love story there. I can't remember who the actress was, but it's by Berlin. Take My Breath Away was the love scene, but the rest of it is macho boys playing with their toys. Don't they do? Isn't there a volleyball, like a beach volleyball scene? That's as gay as it comes, man. They're all dripping with sweat and oil. I mean, go for gold. It can be both, but it was the gay undertones. Same as Nightmares on Elm Street. Wait. Nightmare on Elm Street has a gay undertone? I mean, I got to go back and watch them, but really? Which one in particular? Because there's like 40 of them or something, isn't there? Freddy Lives On. What an absolute great idea for a horror film, though. A dude who kills you in your sleep, so you just don't go to sleep. That is such a rad idea, man. Those dudes who wrote that would have been like, man, all of these slash 'em up film ideas, they've all been done, but we've got one here that no one's thought of. The dude kills you in your sleep, so you just don't go to sleep. That is so rad. I can't believe how good that concept is. No wonder they made 100 films, because they knew they had gold. If Top Gun causes controversy, wait until my 5 comes up, Dougski. Okay, do it, Doug. We were going to go with H-Man, but Hendrik, if you haven't got yours ready, can Doug jump in front of you? YouTube these two, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, gay, and Top Gun, gay. They explain it very well. I can't do that now, but can you put it in the Discord or just message me or something? I will definitely look at that on stream when we get back to civilization. Freddy was a pedo and was burnt by the town people. I can't remember the reason he became. But hang on, how did? Oh, it doesn't really matter. But how did he become alive in the dreams? It's fiction, but I just love the concept of someone that can come and stalk you in your dreams. He'd have a field day in my dreamscapes, man. Freddy would be like, "The fuck are you dreaming about?" He's like, I don't even have to attack you because your dreams are that weird. You're already in hell. That's what he'd say if he came into my dreams. He'd be like, I'm backing out of this one. I'm leaving you alone, dude. My dreams are so weird. They're so scattered and weird, and they piece together like weird little snippets of some, like a small part of life that adds to like this part that doesn't actually exist, and it's just crazy stuff. Delsky, I don't watch horror movies. No thanks. I mean, I don't really either, but you ignore the golden, you know, like the like I say, like I'm not really an EDM person. Like, I'm not really. I know you are, Dale, but I'm not really into electronic dance music. But you can't ignore the top dudes, right? You got to hear it. You got to know it. So the top horror flicks, everyone knows them, and everyone can appreciate that they existed. And like Nightmare on Elm Street, that stuff is synonymous with like Halloween costumes and basically it is a great idea. It's like science fiction, like it's like Star Trek, how good the idea, how good the concept is. Now that I can appreciate that, having watched a lot of it, you have to give value to the dudes that came up with the idea. Yeah. But I think it's all been done, and therefore any film that comes out in 2026, it's rubbish. No, I'm just kidding. You know, like, there's obviously good films still being made, but most of the shit's been handled already. How many times can you play an A chord and then a G chord? I don't know, but let's try. I wish I had a chainsaw. That's me being sarcastic. I don't really wish that. Halloween and EDM, both gay. Now we're going to be able to make every film gay, right? Everyone on Kick. He was accused of being a janitor. Bad touch, so they burned him alive. I haven't got my glasses on, but that says janitor bad touch. And then he came back to kill the kids in their dreams. H-Man's first pick is in. What did H-Man say? Scroll back up, missed it. Gone with the Wind. Okay. Gone with the Wind. Audrey Hepburn, right? Gone with the Wind? Now we have a dilly of a pickle because I got to take my food off the stove, but I don't want to miss these. Gone with the Wind and The Sound of Music? Wait, is this Dale's pick or Hendrix? Sit down, shut up, let him talk. Alright, I gotta get a platen.
I just farted.
I hope I don't miss Hendrix. I'll bring the shut over here so I can see it as I prepare my meal. I can't comment on other picks? No, you can, I'm being silly. Who made these rules? He's gonna say Casablanca. Birchie on Kick, Gibbs, you on Starlink? Yes, I am. There is a referral link if you want to get your own Starlink in my About section on Kick there. Get a free month of Starlink access if you use it. You might as well. You don't have to like me. You could hate me, but if you still use that link, you'd get a free month. That's all. People have used it. I get a free month as well, so that's the crack. That's the catch. I get a free month, and so do you. Maybe you've already got a Starlink. Great. Maybe you know someone that's going to get one. Send them that referral link. Help them out. Give them the goods. So Hendrik, you've only got 2 in so far. Whoa. trailer. Thought that was wind. Oh, the lamb is absolutely rad right now. This is the end of it though. This is the end. My beautiful lamb. How much is a month normally? Depends on the package you choose, man. Depends on the package you want. I'm on the Roam Unlimited. It's usually like 120 or something. But whatever you choose, if you hit the referral link, you get a month free. So it doesn't matter what package it is, it's just free month. Should have brought a telescope. I bet you can see a billion stars. Dude, it is. There are stars out there. It's amazing how much star activity is out. I've pretty much taken all of this lamb off this shoulder bone here over the last 3 days. This is all fake, we can't see the stars. Yeah, true. The world is flat. 4G is killing our babies. And COVID was a hoax. Excuse me. COVID! Excuse me while I salute the COVID gods. So we've got lamb shoulder here, slow cooked lamb. We've been slow cooking it for the last 3 days, on and off, freezing it, reheating it, cooking it. It's pretty much, that's the end of it. But in here, we have a couple of potatoes and carrots and a lot of sticks and bark. I'll get those out. Get a little broth going on here, a little gravy. And then, the other thing we've got in this tin foil is roasted potato and roasted carrots. And oh wow, you've nailed it with these. I'll bring these over and show you. These are great. With butter, salt, and pepper. I'll present this to the camera in a second.
They were getting yippy, you know? They were getting a little bit yippy.
My nose is just dripping like a tap.
Are you feeling frightened?
No.
No.
Oh, I should have put that on here, you idiot. Dude, I got just snot. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's so cold, my nose is just going. Alright, check this out, I'll bring it over. Get a little gravy on top. Onion, wine, beef stock, garlic, Worcestershire sauce. I'll bring a light and show you guys.
Perfect.
You see that? Lamb, karate, potato, onion. Oh, I gotta eat it. Don't mind me while I ignore the chat while I just hoe down here, folks. And then I want to hear the rest of your list, Hendrik. He might have already given it, but I didn't hear it. He gave the first 2 skis, and then I drifted off. Oh, okay, this is overcooked badly. Yeah, no surprises there. The lamb's really overcooked. Yeah, not good. We've heated it up too many times. It's like, it's not like tender. Still good, but nowhere near as good as the first night. Yeah, we froze it and reheated it twice. How the spuds. And they're undercooked. Oh, I'll fuck this up. This is bad, folks. The spuds are undercooked. The lamb's overcooked. Consider this a fail. Still good, but not going to win any points. Yeah, that's bad. All right. Still good. Just not great. Too bad. Look good. Yeah, Flo. It's 3 nights in now, like, or 4 nights. The first night it was rad. This one, it's a bit of a shame. It's too much. I'll still eat it though. How's the carotte? Yeah, carrot's good. Roasted carrot's great. The potatoes are undercooked, the lamb's overcooked, and the carrots are perfect. No one is talking about food in the chat? I'm sorry, I'm hoeing down right now. I'll join the chat in a minute, or in about 10 minutes. We're waiting for Hendrick's next 3 picks. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. We had Gone with the Wind and what was the other one? Quentin Tarantino mentioned about the gay parts of Top Gun in the film Sleep With Me. Did he really? Okay. So it's law. There's law there. It's a classic scene. Okay. I have to watch it, man. Top Gun gay. So I think the lesson here is a lamb shoulder, slow cooked on an open fire in a Dutch oven. The first night's great, second night's rad, third night maybe not so good.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. This is still good, but it's nowhere near what it was that first night. Yeah, it's still great though. Out of the, well, 6 in total, but 3 potatoes cut in half, so 6 pieces. A couple of them are really well cooked, and then a couple were really, and this one's really uncooked. I'm going to sacrifice that to the Shoalhaven River gods, as I am the rest of that lamb. That's going to go in there, and some platypus is going to have a field day.
I've eaten and eaten well. I put the rest of the food down by the river. Actually, I put the lamb bone on the edge of the water, just in case there's like water rats or platypus or something. I might be able to see it come up and go for it. Actually, let me just go and have a good look at that with a light. See how deep it was where I put it. Yeah, we're back. Okay, cool. Okay, so it's interesting, that timing on that is pretty interesting, because I was just thinking we're getting kind of close to like 3 hours on the Starlink battery, and then I put all this timber on the fire, and I was getting all cozy, and then I was like, how close are we to that 3 hour mark? And I looked down, it was like, yeah, it's over, it's off. So I put a new battery in, and we're good now. We got fire, fresh battery, and there was a little downtime, but that's okay. So that'll sort of slow down a little, because it's kind of hectic right now, that fire. Let's get back to the films. So Hendrik, fire is gay. Let's get back to Hendrik's films. So we heard two films from Hendrik, and we still got the Gone with the Wind, but I can't recall the second one. So what are your last 4 top 5, Hendrik? Gay, and fire is gay, and so are potatoes. You know what's gay? Having sex with men. Wait. Men having sex with men. That didn't quite hit as well as I thought it in my head. H-Man, are you still here? If not, Doug, do you want to go ahead? I want to hear Dougski's top 5, if Doug's here. Hendrik said his 5. Took him an hour though. I was eating though, so I missed it. I can go if directed. Yeah, go ahead, Doug. Go ahead. Go ahead, Doug. Go gadget, Doug. In no particular order. That's correct. Yeah. No need for orderings here. Just straight up off the bat. Doug's shunting 5. There we go. Moneyball. Moneyball. Is that a basketball film? Why do I know Moneyball? Or why do I think I know it, but I don't remember it? Hey, Jim. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Jim. On fire, speaking of. Moneyball, Doug. Moneyball. Okay. It's baseball with Brad Pitt. Oh, yes. I have seen that. Okay. Might be due to watch that again, because I cannot recall it, but I remember seeing it. Okay. Moneyball. Oh, that's an odd one. An oddball. Or not an oddball, but everyone's free to make their own choices in life. It's a true story. Oh, now I'm forgetting it even further. I'm forgetting it even harder than I forgot it before. True story, you say? I'm going to be closer to the fuego. Back to the Future Part 1. Heck yes. Oh, that's great. What a... Oh, wait a second. Part 1, you say? I mean, it is a top film, but Part 2 is... Is it better, though? I don't... Yeah, okay. I'll be quiet. This is true, yeah. This is true. 88. When this car hits 88 miles an hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. Yo, Duck, you better... Oh, this is in number 2. You better back this thing up. We haven't got enough road to get to 88 miles an hour. And then you know the next quote. Part 2 for sure. Yeah, I'm leaning towards part 2 was also. Back to the Future Part 2. I feel like it's slightly better than 1. Because you see 1 in 2. Back to the Future 1 was better. Okay, there's some contention in the chat. Just know that you're all wrong except Woz. And me, of course. No, I'm being silly. Caddyshack. Now that's a Ben Stiller, right? Or John Candy. Sorry, I've got to adjust my package. John Candy? What? Ah, I just turned my iPad off. You idiot. That's done everything wrong for me. Chevy Chase and Bill Murray in Caddyshack. Okay, I've really got to watch that again. I know I watched that when I was younger. I feel like I watched that around the time that I was watching those National Lampoon's Vacation films, around that same era. It's Rodney Dangerfield. Okay. Wait, is that your Rodney Dangerfield, correct me if I'm wrong, a film or an actor? Lacey Underall. Her name's Underall? That's unfortunate. He's in Caddyshack. Okay, Rodney Dangerfield. Okay, I gotta watch it again. It's. I mean, I feel like that's like, it's either late 80s or early 90s. It's a comedy. I know this. Cheech and Chong were good. Number 4, Hidden Figures, a true story. Hidden Figures. Okay. I don't know that film. I don't know. I've never heard of Hidden Figures. Is it about ice skating? Figure skating? Wow, Hidden Figures. Give us the lowdown of the give us the liner notes. Calm down, fire. Light angled correctly. Sure, that's better. NASA, Man in Space, concentrates on women who helped get John Glenn into space. Oh wow, that sounds really intriguing, dude. What year is that film came out? I'm interested in that. I'm gonna forget all of these though. That does sound intriguing though. Kevin Costner, he's the lead. Okay.
For number 5, for some real controversy, Notting Hill. Notting Hill. Why do I know that film? Is this Robin Hood? Soz the John Green rocketed just blew up in a big way. A rocket blew up right now? Okay. The US space program is gay. Oh God, everything's gay. Dalski's. So another rocket just blew up? Okay. Rockets are gay. It's a giant dick. Yeah, yeah. Ah, Dale. Ah, dear. Come on, man. So that's an interesting top 5 you've got there, Dugsky. I like that. It's not gay, it's G-H-E-Y gay. Yeah, okay. So what, something... Sorry. Hendrik, is he saying another rocket blew up? That's in real time? Another rocket hit the tower? A second rocket? Is that what you're saying, Hendrik? A second rocket blew up? The New Glen rocket blew up. I put a link in the Discord the other day. Oh, Hendrik, that's old news, dude. That's 2 days ago, man. Where have you been? We've already talked about that. I thought you were putting it in now, as in it just happened. Another one blew up. No, we know about that. You know, come back to me with some current news, man. What are you, living on a different planet? I'm not for horror or sci-fi films, although Hidden Figures is about putting a man in space, so it's almost sci-fi. So man in space on a ship, like a rocket ship, or on a planet? I'm down for it though. I'm gonna forget all these, but I'm definitely down to see that. It's a true story. Rad. Well, that makes it even more impressive. Dowski says Hidden Figures was about women who were rocket scientists in real life. It's brilliant. You got it, Dale. If you guys could be so bold, see what I did there? Could you put your top 5 in my Discord so then I can come back and look at it when I'm back in the land of civilization? In current news, the Premier of New South Wales is still a fuckwit. Okay, thanks for that update, Hendrik. Thank you, Hendrik. I like how we're getting up to the minute confirmations of fuckwitness. Fuck witnessness. Fuck witnessed. Fuck witness. So who hasn't gone? We've had Woz, we've had Dale, we've had Doug, we've had H-Man. Flowski, what's your top 5, dude? If you're still here. Is Flowski still here? It's been a while, I think. Top 5 films.
Blowing right at me. It's hard to narrow down to 5, but I'll try. Okay. Harry Potter, number 1. Okay. I like the character dev throughout. Okay, the development of the character.
This shit, man.
So part 2. Okay. The one I'm in. Nice, nice. You get extra points for that. Sound of Music. Okay. Oh, a deer, a female deer.
I love it. I love it.
Soccer. And the never-ending story. Wow, man. Runners up, Batman. The original, 89. Interstellar, nice. Now hold on a second. No one else did runner-ups though. Howl's Moving Castle? Hell yeah. Wow. I like that you did that, but no one else was doing runners up. But I like that you, man, you got some good. There's some those films kind of, yeah. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I had the most time to think. That's fair. Yeah. Interstellar is an absolute cracking film. That'll really trip your whole head out. That film, it's great. Animated Robin Hood from Disney. Okay, I've not seen that. But Howl's Moving Castle, man. I'm about to show Poopsie all of the, what's his name? Michiako? I'm going to start with Howl's Moving Castle and then move on to Totoro. And then I'm going to do Spirited Away. I think there's other ones, but I'm going to stick to those 3. But Howl's Moving Castle first. For Poopsie, to get Poopsie into that universe, like, I want her to see Calcifer, the flame one, and then I think she'll understand how that universe works. And then I think Totoro, because the cat is so lovable and it's just cute. And then Spirited Away is a little bit more adult, if you like, but it's the same style or the same concept. I'm gonna take a slash in the shoulder even. Man's still there. Oh, Jim's gone. Jim, sorry, dude. I know that you popped in. So Jim's here. He's got his top 5 here. I'm glad I came in and saw this. Forrest Gump. Okay, that's the second time we've heard Forrest Gump in a top 5. Nice. RoboCop. Yes. Right. RoboCop. AI. Yeah, okay. Oliver Twist. Yeah, I know the film. Please, sir, can I have some more? That's that film, right? Oliver Twist. The Rock. And nearly any movie with Seth Rogen or Ben Stiller. Interesting. Studio Ghibli stuff is brilliant. But is it all brilliant, or is it just that one director? What's his name? Michiago. Yeah, that's a good top 5, Jim. Forrest Gump was the only double up. That's intriguing, isn't it? Yeah, the only time we've seen a double up in that list was Forrest Gump. And it's a good film. It's a great film.
The Rock. I wasn't sure what that one was. The Rock. Alcatraz. Yeah, I remember a film about escaping from Alcatraz, but I thought that was called Escape from Alcatraz. We haven't heard yours yet, Gibbs. Okay, I'll give you mine, and mine, like everyone's, mine varies from time to time, but there are some constants. So I'll give you my constant that never changes. There's two constants that never change actually three, sorry. Wow, that when you say it like that, there's only two that do change then. The three, in no particular order, the three films that I think are the greatest films that I've seen ever, The Shawshank Redemption is definitely number one. Like, and it's in order because that is the film that just does it all for me. It's just so rad. The Shawshank Redemption. I'm surprised nobody else didn't pick that, to be honest. The Shawshank Redemption, and then number two is a comedy called Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. That is the funniest fucking film. I don't think I've laughed anywhere near as hard in a movie as on that film. It's just so damn funny. It's a rock and roll. It's loosely based upon, well, it's kind of, it's a bunch of famous musicians like Elvis Presley. It's kind of it's all these musos' lives kind of mashed together into a fictional story, but it is just so funny. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. If you've not seen it and you want a good laugh, just the start of that film. There's two young boys walking up like a country road, and they're just talking like, "This is the greatest time of our lives, isn't it, brother? Yes. Ain't nothing bad gonna happen to us. Our lives are gonna be the greatest ever." And then it cuts to this scene and they're in a barn and one of them slices the other one in half. It sounds dumb, but it is just so fucking funny. And he dies, and then the wrong kid died. Anyway, so wow, that really blew in my face. You blew all over me. So Shawshank Redemption, Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, and the third one that never changes is Life is Beautiful. It's a Holocaust film, but it's a comedy, which is extremely strange to say. A comedy made about the Holocaust, and it is so touching and so disturbing and so moving, but so horrifying that you laugh, but you shouldn't be, but you do. And I don't know why I'm laughing, but it's a comedy, and it's about a real sensitive, nasty topic, but yet it's done with care and love, and it's just something about it. I don't know. It's beautiful. Yeah. And you should watch it in Italian with the English subtitles, because the ones that are dubbed with English, like English vocals, just doesn't ring. I don't understand what they're saying, obviously, except for Maria, the key. I mean, I understand that bit, but yeah, the rest, it's touching. Shawshank, of course. Dugsky, yeah, I thought Shawshank would have been I thought Shawshank would have been the Forrest Gump of the lists. But yeah, so Shawshank, Walk Hard, Life is Beautiful, and then the two that kind of change often around a lot. The Room, as a comedy, The Room is just so, again, it's just, well, not again, because Dewey Cox is actually really funny, but The Room is just so awkwardly dumb and so cringe, and yet funny still, that I can gravitate to that, because I feel like awkwardness and cringe, I think that's what kind of makes people unique. You know, the awkward way when we watch Tooth Boy and he talks awkwardly and he gets his words all muddled up, that's enjoyable because it's a bit awkward and a bit cringe. That's why The Room is in my list. It's you know, maybe theatrically it's an absolute fucking shit show,
And script-wise, I just got the results back. It turns out I don't have breast cancer. And that's it. You never hear any more about this breast cancer situation in the whole film. This chick comes in, a B character. I just got the results from the doctor today. It turns out I don't have breast cancer. And that's it. You never hear anything more about that. It's just so bad. It's so bad it's good. And the fifth one, that does change quite often. And I don't know, like I think this is a great film, but it's not. It doesn't deserve like lodged in stone top 5, but it definitely deserves to rotate in and out. The Truman Show. The Truman Show, just because of that time when it came out, like it's like we hadn't really had the full-blown internet yet, and we hadn't really seen. We hadn't really seen too much reality television, or we had, but it wasn't. Just the concept that we could all be living in like a fake world where it's all been programmed and we're all actors. You know, like I've always been shooting video and having a video camera thanks to skateboarding. So this concept that everything is a big act and we're all being filmed. You know, Jim Carrey's a funny man, and in that film it's not really a comedy, but he kind of does it. He does it sort of. He does it well enough to be convincing. Yeah, again, it's to me it's a good film, but it's not like, I don't know. It's not. It's worth a watch. Is my take. Yeah, Truman Show is epic. It's easily a runner-up. See, Flo, I wouldn't. Is it epic now? If you watched it now, does that still hold true? I mean, it certainly had its place when it came out. I think it was like, I guess it was just after the turn of this. It was just after the 2000, right? The millennium. I think it would have been 2001 or something. There are 30 or so very good films. Yeah, 30 or so that, and I think I've got a list on my phone. The top 5 that do rotate often around. I think I've got other one that I neglected. I can't even see my phone. No, I thought I had a top 5 list here. Oh, here we go. Top 5 films. Oh, the other one the one that rotates out often with the Truman Show, The Usual Suspects. I just thought that was a brilliant crime story with a very compelling, you know, the acting, whatever you want to say after Let Me Be Frank and all that stuff. Like I don't care, but I don't know. Kaiser Soze and just the way he walks, and at the end his foot drags, and then it goes into the. I think it's just really well done. It's a bit dated. Like I think the film itself doesn't present kind of, I don't know, like. Whatever you think about Kevin Spacey, whether you think he's innocent, I mean he was proven innocent in a court of law, and the charges were all dropped. But whatever you think of him doesn't really matter. The film's. It's like listening to Michael Jackson music, you know? The music still exists and you can still appreciate. Beat it, whether you believe he kitty fiddled or whatever you think. I think that Kevin Spacey, I thought he was brilliant in many films, but The Usual Suspects is one of the early ones and it's really, really well done. But that does rotate, you know, like. It's kind of similar to Jim Carrey. I think he's a funny man, and I like a lot of his films. But I don't know, not much else about him. Isn't he? Is he a Scientologist, or is that just Tom Cruise? I think Jim Carrey's into that weird stuff too, right? Still holds up for me. It's too unique an idea, I think. Constantly in the streaming realm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the Truman Show still is pretty apt in today's standards. Maybe down the track we could do a top 5 of each genre. Ooh. Get more specific, Doug. Yeah, it's a good idea. Also, like Asian martial arts films, there are a ton too many. Do you know, that's a genre I'm not very familiar with. I can still appreciate Kevin Spacey. I mean, if you never saw House of Cards, that series, that was very, very good. Like, very good. And that's right at, like, I think it's between season 4 and 5. And then it was cancelled. But that's when the allegations came out. Just thinking about that, and I don't want to get too deep on it, but Kevin Spacey lost his lead role in that show because someone alleged something. They had no proof. They alleged a crime, a sexual crime against him, and before it went to court, before it went on trial, he got dropped. Kevin Spacey, like one of the greatest actors of all time, he got dropped from a television series that was kicking ass, like really compelling stuff. They dropped him immediately based upon allegations before the trial. Like that doesn't seem right to me. Like you could say, based upon these allegations, we're going to investigate, and up until we come to a conclusion, it's business as usual. And when the conclusion is reached, we then make a decision. But to stop everything and to dump him based upon someone saying something, I think that's totally unfair. Jimsky, your image is everything these days, or at least in the States. Yeah, but then, like, if you roll that out across the board, can someone just make an allegation against Taylor Swift and then she gets cancelled? Or are they going to wait to find out whether it's true or not? Do you know what I mean? Like, how come there wasn't you're innocent until proven guilty in that instance? It was though, we don't care. Someone said this, we're dropping you. I mean, it's their choice, right? They can end the contract. I get that, but yeah, it just doesn't seem fair. So-called image is not necessarily reality, though. This is reality. Getting cancelled is normal now. Look at Colbert. Oh, the late night guy, yeah. Same happened with Johnny Depp, and the Pirates movies were great. So what's her name? Where he dropped the grumpy on her bed or something? What was that? He dropped the grumpy. He sat on her bed or something? Oh God. I dropped the grumpy on a bed. Amber Heard. Yes, that's right. I didn't follow that case, but I remember hearing about the grumpy. Drop the grumpy. She sat on his bed, right? She sat in his bed or something? And he didn't want to say she took a shit in my bed, so he called it she dropped the grumpy. I mean, fair enough. I've never had anybody drop a grumpy in my bed, thankfully. I mean, I've shat myself in public, but I've never shat myself in bed, ever, even as a kid. But I've shat myself as a grown adult in public. I think that might be a bit worse, actually. Here we are again, folks, talking about poop. Will Smith got cancelled for his slap too. Long ago, he used to be my favourite actor. But to be fair, his slap was pretty outrageous. Like, that was uncalled for. in the sense that it was a comedy sketch that he objected to. I don't really understand his outrage at that comment. Like he blew over the top. And by the way, what would have happened? Okay, so Will Smith got cancelled after that. Fair enough. But what would have happened if Chris Rock had have punched him back? What would be the story if there was a full-blown hoedown because he didn't appreciate getting slapped by Will Smith when he was delivering a comical speech at an award ceremony? What would happen if Chris Rock had have punched him back? That'd be a different story that we're hearing now, right? Right? Like, Chris Rock would have been the bad guy. I agree, though. Oh, Flotsky, I don't really necessarily like his movies, just his laid-back style. I agree, it's old times. It would have been a normal gentleman thing to do, defend your wife with a slap for a jewel. Yeah, take a jewel. But then again, like, it's broadcasting live. I don't know. Like, there's a better way. There's a better way to deal with that than to be violent. Yeah. Dalsky, Will Smith or anyone slaps me, I'll put him in the hospital first. Fast. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird that he slapped him and didn't punch him too. Like, what's with this open palm slap? Somehow that's better for you? I didn't punch him, I slapped him. Dude, you still inflicted pain against him because you didn't like what he said. You could have gone up to him and like whispered in his ear and said, man, I know this is a show, but that's uncalled for. Like, leave my wife out of it. I'm sure Chris Rock would have been like, okay, man, sorry. And wound it back like, hey, I went over the board with that one. I'm sorry. Okay, let's move on. But a slap? What are we, in the 4th grade again? We're going to slap each other around? It's very uncalled for, yeah. But hell, man, it made for some good television. Holy shit. But man, are you not broadcasting live? Yeah, I am. I don't see Will Smith here slapping me for me saying something wrong. It's kind of funny though, because the idea of a comedian at an awards ceremony like that, they are there to lighten the mood, and by crikey, that did lighten the mood, didn't it? Like, the room was alive after that. Didn't he even say, Will Smith just slapped the absolute fuck out of me. Will Smith just slapped the absolute living daylights out of him, or something like that. Will Smith. Now I'm going to have another beer here because it's the end of the trip. This is the end. We'll crack another beer. I don't know if I want another dark ale though. You know I do. Shit happens. Will Smith is sneaking up on you. Will Smith. William Smith. I wonder if his mates called him Willie. Yo, Willie! Just gonna go down and have a look at the lamb shoulder that I put in the water here. See if it's still here. Any animals around? Nothing. I'm going to add to the level of the Shoalhaven. This has been the worst fire of this trip in terms of smoke blowing all over the place. Like it's just constantly hitting me. It's a great fire in terms of warmth, but man, the angle of the smoke and the way the wind's blowing. Damn. But still. So warm though. But still, more like anything but still. Yeah, I chose the wrong words there, Flo. I often do that, choose the wrong words. It seems like it's in my head. In my head, it's all making sense, but then the words that come out just don't quite deliver the same. It's not the same. It's always clear in my head, but then when I speak, it doesn't seem to come out that clear. I think there's some synapses that aren't connected up there in my head. My mum and I do all that all the time. I end complete sentences with "but" and nothing after. Yeah, so you've left it open, but there's nothing else coming? Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one out there doing that. Wow, crackles. So yeah, to wrap up or to sum up this trip, around a raging success in terms of streaming from GoVan, the moving stuff, aside from going under the tree line, which we can't help, but the technology's great. It's all working fine. The only thing that I need to do is get an on-screen chat, so multi-chat on the screen. I need to have a viewer number on the screen so that people can see how many people are here. I need to have the alerts that I can hear without hearing myself on the stream. So I'm gonna make sure that stuff is in play before the next driving mission. This has been somewhat of a test for the vehicle as well, to see that everything's running how I want it, like the batteries and all that kind of technical stuff. And I'm stoked on that. Everything's done. But yeah, I need to hear the alerts that you guys trigger on Valora. I need to hear that, but I don't want to hear my own stream. I just want to hear the alerts. So that's the app I'm building, which I'm still struggling at. And then I need the multi-stream, the multi-chat from BeamStream on my visible stream as an overlay. And hey, by the way, Flowski, do you use Stream Elements? Is Stream Elements an option for me to do that multi-chat? The van setup is very impressive. Thank you, Doug. Yeah, and now you've seen it in real life too. Yeah, thank you. It's come around exactly how I want it. I when I'm here by myself and doing this, I can't think of anything more that I would need. I just the technical aspects of the stream with the chat and that stuff. That's all yeah. But the van itself, I'm psyched on. Flowski, I don't use it, but it only supports limited platforms and not custom URLs, from what I understand. Worth looking into though. Okay, I'll take a look at it. The other thing I was thinking, Flo, and I don't know if you were in the stream earlier today, but I was kind of pitching the idea that, can I not use AI, like probably Copilot, that's the one that I've been using lately for any sort of coding stuff. can I not use Copilot to teach me how to... So right now, when I'm at home streaming, I have the Beam chat popped out, and I have that URL into OBS, as you said in the Discord. It's in OBS, but then you can interact with it, and you can change all the parameters and opacity and all that cool stuff. But the URL doesn't pass all that information across. So is there a way to use AI to say, can you inspect this page once I've made all these changes? Give me back what the URL should reflect to have these changes standalone headless. And then I assume, and I don't know for a fact, but I would assume you'd use JavaScript to rewrite those changes, but you'd need your own server to run it. Which I do have. I have my own web space on different platforms and this and that, but can AI inspect it and give me what it should be, and then I can rewrite that? Because right now, the only chat that's really working for me is the beamstream.gg chat. So that chat is everything I need, except that it doesn't pass all of the information through the URL. It's just an interact. Like I'm looking at it right now, and it's pulling in everything, but there's no opacity. It's limited. I've written over 100 complicated scripts using AI, so yeah. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm not going to rely on someone else to do it. I'm going to just do it myself, and I'm going to host it on my own server, and if it works for me. Now if anyone else wants to use it, they can use my server space if they want, or they can do it themselves. But the thing is, how come no one else is not asking for this? This doesn't seem like it's that unique to me. I feel like what I'm asking for is kind of standard for an IRL streamer. AI can't necessarily rewrite Beam's chat stuff though. You need access to their API. Well, I wonder if Beam will give access to that. You know, like Valora do. Valora give access to their API to developers if you've got an idea. I wonder if Beam will do that. I mean, all we can do is ask. I hope so. Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm a premium member. I've got a new member badge. I haven't checked it yet. I should have it though. It's June 1. How do you get it? You pay for it. I paid for it. I wonder if I've got it. Let me type in the Beam chat. This is in the Beam chat here. I'll just type in here and say, this is a test. No. No badge. None badge. None badge in Beam. Alright. Well, it's June 1, right? Social Stream can actually send all chat messages to an external server. Yours, for example. It's something I've wanted to play with. So socialstream.ninja can do that. But again, not great for your multi-day IRLs. But if it's just sending it to a... No, but that would be okay, because if it's just sending that information to my server, I just have... My servers, those are always running. Like I'm thinking about my BJWalk website. I can just host a page there called bjwalk.com/chat. And that goes to there, and then that's the URL I paste into Go Lightstream. As long as it passes all the info, all the tweaking across. By the way, that's the word I was looking for last night. Or was it yesterday? The day before, when I was trying to remember the... I'm not very good with dev stuff, but the word I was looking for was... Beamstream.gg doesn't pass that information across. Because the URL just reflects chat /gives them or whatever it is. it's kind of, this is a new world for me, dabbling in all this dev stuff. It's kind of cool. I dig it. The problem for you is that you still need a computer on to scrape the chats. But why do you need a computer on to do that? Wouldn't a server do that? Wouldn't a server be able to scrape the chat if you set up an AI script to do that? Vampire Frog from DLive also made Live Joiner, something you could look into. It also has multi-chat. I'd never heard of it. I've never heard of Vampire Frog either. I like frogs. Can you link that in my Discord? I won't remember it otherwise. I've already forgotten it. It doesn't require you to have a computer on. It's not free, but it's similar to Beam's UniChat. Okay, I'll look into that. Yeah, if you can link it for me, dude, in my Discord, that's when I'll get, when I get back, I'll look into it. I mean, look, to be fair, there has to be a way to do it, right? There has to be. And I'm the kind of guy that, because I know a kind of a loose amount of tech, and with AI now helping, we can get through it. Like we can work it out. Like I can work this out. It might take me a lot longer than someone else, but I'll be able to work it out. And I think that's what this last 4 days has been great for. This has been like a run through, like a wet run rehearsal. Like we're actually out here doing it, and we now know what's wrong and what needs. Like we definitely need text to speech while I'm driving. I need to hear the chat. I can't see it. I need to be able to hear it. We need to have the alerts playing. These are just the. In fact, I won't do this again without that. I won't stream again like this from the road without that in place. Yeah, there's always a way, exactly. This AI shit freaks me out. It did make my avatar. Yeah. I mean, it's great. There's so many things that it can do that are helpful and beneficial and time saving and. Like, I don't know about you, Flowski. I'm not sure what your history with like coding and stuff is, but mine's pretty limited. Like, I did do. So I learned HTML in like 2004 or 2003, and I learned cascading style sheets, CSS. I know how that all works. I know how JavaScript runs in the back, and I get it. But man, the way it's changed since those basic Dreamweaver and Fireworks, Dreamweaver and Fireworks, yeah. Making a simple HTML web page, and then injecting JavaScript into it. So this stuff, I get it, and I learnt it, and then it all changed. And now, when I use AI to help me, I use it and it spits out the code, and I generally cut and paste that and try it. But the thing is, I kind of know what the code's doing, but I don't, like if someone said write the code yourself, I'd have no way to do that, because I'd leave off one or two of the parentheses, or I'd miss a comma here, or something would be wrong. But if I read it, it's like music notes. Like I can read it, but to write it would be a different story. Which I think AI is. It's great for that, because it's teaching. Like, as you go, you are learning shit. And you're learning because it's kind of dumb to you, right? Like, I'm using Copilot for all this. ChatGPT, no, not for that shit. But Copilot, but it is kind of dumb, and it tells you why things didn't work, or why things did work. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool like that. Jimsky, I used to build. Oh wait, sorry, Flowski. I was a developer for 15 years. Okay, but it was so long ago that
that I hate coding nowadays. So you're more advanced in that regard. Okay, cool. Jimsky, I used to build websites for $1, but it's hard to compete with AI, so why not join it? Yeah. That's a sane way of looking at it. Yeah. I mean, back in that sort of .com boom era, like Millennium Bug and all that sort of Y2K, people were dumb to it because it didn't. First of all, people were like, "Why do I have to have a website? I got to have a what? A .com? Why would I need that? All my customers know me." Okay, you want to compete in 5 years from now? You're going to need this shit. No, I don't want that. And now it's like, I wish I got the .com. You know, like, well, not so much anymore, but back in the day, I feel like I think people are smarter now. I think the general average level of, like, let's say computer literacy is way higher than it ever was. You know, people know what RAM is now. They wouldn't have known why you needed RAM. What the fuck is RAM? RAM? Random access memory? They don't understand what it's for, but they know what it is now. Flosky, developers make the best AI users because they know the right questions to ask in depth. This is very true, man. Yeah, you can. If you ask the wrong prompt, it just doesn't. Yeah. No, I've seen that. Yeah, agreed. Jimsky, we know the prompts. Yeah. And I've caught myself when I've been working on this Valora app that I'm kind of faffing around with. I've got myself into a loop, and I understand that the chat or the AI is answering me, but it's also stuck in a loop. And so I've got to break that loop sometimes and say, hold on a second. We've already established that the webhook secret phrase is correct. So stop telling me to rotate it, because every time you tell me to rotate it and I rotate it, you need to remember that I've rotated it, but you're not. So the secret phrase is accurate. No need to go down that avenue anymore. So I'm getting these error messages, and it's because the credentials are invalid, and it's like, you rotate you, and I'm like, no. We've already done that. I understand what the secret phrase is for. I understand the webhook has its own identity, and the secret phrase has its own identity. Don't keep confusing me with it, which it did over and over again. Flosky, I haven't taken it into depths of agentic AI though. That stuff is beyond my interest at this point. Fair enough. Gives a minute's 4 cents. Hendrik, your Discord link is expired on Linktree. What's with that? So I'll have to fix that. Thank you, Flos. Thank you, Jim. I apologize for that, but I had set that to never expire, and for some reason Discord links, even the ones that are set to never expire, apparently they do expire. Yeah, someone mentioned that to me a while ago. I've got to check that out. It's a big truck coming our way. But you can find my Discord, just search up Gives a Minute. It's there's only one. Or can someone invite Jim in? That's a better way to do it. I don't know if Dale, Flo, if you're there, can you invite Jim into the Discord? It's kind of limited. I used to have a lot more servers in there, but I just dumbed it right back down to like the basics.
There's a few photos from this trip I posted up in there, actually. Some pretty nice scenes. And I this morning saw a platypus. So bizarre. In all of my life, as a 50-year-old male, I've not seen a platypus before. I mean, I had seen one at the, I was going to say the gym. At the zoo, I had seen one. And then I'd seen the remnants of one. So we were at this place where there's known to be platypuses, platypi. And we didn't see one, but we saw the movement of the water. And that was it. And then today, this morning, with Doug at Krakenback Resort, platypus in the lake, clean, very clean. I got some footage of it, like very clean footage of a platypus. It's crazy how good it looks. Yeah, they're not, platypus, it's a strange one. They're not really, it's weird. They're not endangered per se, but they're just not that common. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. They're not endangered, but they just don't seem to. They're more in the colder climates, like in the further part of Australia. There's a lot of platypus, but here on the mainland, it's like, I don't know, like they don't. Like there could be some here, and you just wouldn't see them. Yeah, it's a weird animal. Thank you, Flosky. Thank you. Actually, you know what? I'm going to post that right now in the Discord. I'm going to post this video of this platypus. I wonder if it lets me, because it might be a bit too large. Let me show. Let me do this. I'll just see how big the file is. It's only a minute long. Yeah, it's only a minute long. I'll see if I can post it in the Discord, and I'll put it in under general chat. Oh, I see Jim there. Yo, yo, yo. I'm going to say yo, yo. There we go, cool. Okay, I'm going to see if I can post this now. It's a minute long. It's a platypus clip. It's this one. See if it lets me. Uh-oh, this file exceeds the size limit. Bugger. Get nitro, no thanks. It's over 10 meg. Okay, I can't do that. I got excited. Okay, cancel that. I'll send it, you'll see it at some point. It's just so cool. Wait, can I trim it down? No, you can't get it. It's shot in 4K. I'm never going to trim a 4K file down to under 10 meg. It'll be like 3 frames. Anyway, I saw a platypus. The end. And it wasn't just me that saw it. Everybody saw it. Doug saw it. Kids that were there hanging around saw it. It's just... And they're a bit smaller than I thought. It was like just over a foot long. So kind of a small animal. Saw a platypus and went for a drive in a Tesla. 2 things I've never done before as a 50-year-old male. Checking off the checklist. Flosky, how many full 360 rotations did your eyes roll as we talked tech, Dale? Dale's exited stage left as soon as we started talking anything remotely close to tech. He's like, that's my cue. There, he's got several. He's like, good God, can't we talk about EDM and Arcadia more? He's like, I stayed up for this. It's probably, what time is it in Flowrider? It's what is it now? It's 8 p.m. for me, so it's probably like 5 a.m. for you, right, Dale? 5 a.m. or 4 a.m.? 6 a.m. Goodness me, dude. I feel so guilty when I hear you up all night like that, but then again, not everyone has the same sleep patterns as me, but don't I know that? I know that that's the case, but it shocks me when I appreciate you staying up through the wee hours for this hideous man. I'm a night owl, no worry. That's more than a night owl though, dude. That's all fucking night. Flowski, I'm a total night owl, so sorry, Flo. I should also include you in this, obviously. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what side of the country you're on, but I tend to just gravitate towards Dale because I know Florida's the East Coast, and like, I just know that it's the absolute obscure timing, like the polar opposites. But you, Flo, yeah, I appreciate you as well. Like, it's only 3 a.m. for me. So 3 a.m., 6 a.m., yeah, okay. So okay. That's a bit more reasonable. And is it, am I correct in saying it's a public holiday tomorrow, on Monday? Monday, June 1 is a holiday in the States? Mondays are gay. That's why we love Dale. He sees the humor. He calls it back in a hark back to an earlier conversation. Mondays are gay. That shouldn't be that funny, but I'm at that right stage of a few beers down there. That's the funniest thing I've heard. Mondays are gay. Just had to. No, I like it, man. I like that. You throw that back in there. Dude, the amount of smoke blowing in my face is gay. Huh? Run that by me again? I'm keen to see those videos that, those YouTube essay videos that was talked about, where they do dig into the Top Gun being a gay film. And I mean, there's the classic one, Die Hard being a Christmas flick, right? Like, that's a classic kind of, is the dress blue or yellow kind of thing. People have very, very violent discussions about whether Die Hard is a Christmas film or not. Dalesky, Benon, thanks so much for having us be a part of your life. It's oh man, Dale, thank you, dude. Thank you, man. You don't have to thank me. I'm thanking you for thanking me for that comment. That's nice, man. Agreed. Thank you, Flowski. Something about live content, I don't know, like, it would be a lot easier to not stream, right? It'd be a lot easier not to set up lights and put a Starlink and all that. But I like sharing this stuff. Yeah. And I love that you notice it, man. I appreciate that. They say that you do things they say that you should do things that make you happy in life. And this makes me happy. Might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it makes me happy. What could be better than sitting here getting fucking smoke blown in my face endlessly for hours with a bright white light? It's brilliant, man. I love it. My mouth's all chafed up.
My clothes smell like a my clothes smell like a smoked salmon. I'm freezing my tits off. This is awesome. Doesn't get any better than this, man. I do see the humor in that. I'm being silly, but you do all the work. We just hang out and mess with each other a bit. Not really, man. Not only that, but you guys waited for me, you know. Like, and I know that some of you disappear while the be right back, and like I'm driving, and I get it. Like, it's. I mean, what? I've been live for 10 hours. 10 hours, 8 minutes. Like, I'm not expecting everyone to be here the whole time. You know, that's not the expectation. But I appreciate those that still come back later and say, is he still driving or is he parked up or what? Yeah, I get it. It's great. Flosky, I usually am working on stuff in the front of the computer and it's nice to hang out on the... So you have me tabbed... dude, see, I love that and I don't do it enough. I find... It's weird you should say that, Flo, because especially with stuff like coding, which I'm kind of learning now, I'm getting deeper into the dev stuff. I kind of feel like I can't have a video on. It just, my brain doesn't, I need the full scope of my brain on the thing. And if there's another thing doing something else, I'll sit on that one page and I'll be like in a loop, just stuck there trying to do something. And I'll be like, okay, I can't have that on now. I've got to stop that. And I have to just have this. But I obviously have the dual monitor, the 4 monitors, and I can have I love that you can have me tabbed out there and do your own thing, and then every now and then check in. Hey, yeah, Gibbs is still live, or he's still driving, and trying to find a proverbial needle in a haystack campsite. I just can't do that. I need to focus. It's crazy. It never used to be that way for me. I could always multitask, but the older I get, the worse it's getting. Jim, I tab and I pop back in a lot. I love that. I do love that, and I really appreciate that. It's not tabbed, Flosky. I have multiple monitors. Yeah. Streamer, remember? Yeah, no, I know. I knew what you were sort of saying. I didn't say it correctly. As do I, but only 2 at the moment. Okay. Dalsky, why was the fire so hard to keep going? This fire is not hard to keep going. No, the wood, at the start the wood was kind of wet and it was small, but I did get that big ass piece on. You can see that big log that's on now. That's the problem tonight, is it's just so windy. It's gusting wind. Like normally in a fire, the smoke just goes up and ta-ta. This is just constantly blowing back, or that way, or that way. It's blowing everywhere. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I'm the same, easily distracted these days, but in this case, I'm doing manual cutting of paper stuff, so it's easy to watch and type. Oh, yeah. If that's depends on the task at hand, for sure. Yeah. And for my situation, learning, trying to do coding and stuff, it's like I really, and the other thing is too, like I said, Copilot will give a response, and I could just cut and paste it and then refresh and redeploy and all that, or I could actually look at what it gave me and and that's what Copilot's great for. It'll actually kind of teach you. So I want to learn a skill as well as use the skill. Yeah. Fill the hole or use the hole. I want to do that. I don't want to come out of it with nothing. I predominantly want to come out of it with a working app that I can hear the alerts while I'm live streaming IRL, but also I want to learn why it works. And then I want to mow the lawn and go fishing. I'm just going to mow the lawn and go for a slash. Flowski, I don't use AI for search stuff much though, mostly just when I'm coding. Yeah, I use the ChatGPT on stream with you guys just to be funny, because it always does weird shit. But I've given up on ChatGPT for that kind of stuff. It's given me too many bad answers. I'm over it. By the way, Dalesky, as of now, what we call AI really isn't AI. It's just faster, more connected search engines. Yeah. But isn't there more to it? Because it remembers you and it picks up from older conversations, and it's meant to anyway. Like, Gibbs, because you have an M1 Mac. No, I told you I bought the M5. Oh, sorry. Yes, you have an M5. So you didn't remember? You're as bad as me, ChatGPT. During my no. We won't go down there. Without saying the situation, ChatGPT gave me explicitly the wrong information. I had a physical human tell me the information I needed, and I gave the ChatGPT the same story, and it gave me the 180-degree opposite of what a human person told me. So completely got it wrong. Completely. And I told the human, I said, did you know that I asked ChatGPT this and I gave it the whole story and it said the opposite of what you told me? And it's like, well, she's like, well, I've been trained in this field for like 30 years. You can choose the computer if you want. Blah! This is... Go away. Oh, that was too much. Smoking up crazy. This is the worst night for fire. It's just go that way. All it has to do is just do what it was doing when we first turned up here. It's constantly coming back at my face. You could ask it to write you a song or a poem, and it can be pretty impressive and depressing if you're a former creative like me. The thing is, if you rely on that, it shuts down your own creative process. I'm not doing it for that. Like I'm writing an album right now, and the music I'm writing, there's no AI touch to it at all. I've got like if I need a rhyming word, I'll go to the rhyming dictionary. The ChatGPT, aside from living in the moment, the theme song, aside from that, I don't want ChatGPT to give me stuff. I want to write the stuff myself. Like I said a few streams ago, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. Like just because we have that tech now doesn't mean you should use it. I guess a comparison would be, you can blend all food into a smoothie and drink it, but doesn't mean you should. You still want to enjoy a steak, right? You still want to enjoy, like a hard-boiled egg. Well, why not make it a smoothie and drink it? Much easier, quicker. You could blend it all together. No. Enjoy a thick steak. Enjoy a hard-boiled egg. Don't blend it into a liquid and drink it. That's a pretty strange, obscure comparison, but I think it's a salient point. AI can make better stuff than me in most areas, but I still do my hobbies at my low level. Yeah, because then if you're letting AI do it, it's not you doing it. Like, it's not you. It's a whole bunch of computers. So I think there's a line that you got to draw in the sand, and you got to decide whether you want to, boost your own, or you want to slowly learn more. But you know what? AI, especially with music, AI has helped me learn shit, like way more than ever. Like I've learned how to play bass properly. Like, and I use the inverted
air quotes because what's proper, but before I'd touched AI, I would never play bass. I used to play the low guitar strings as a bass, and that would be my bass on my recordings. I used to just play the low 4 strings as the bass, which it is, but since I bought a bass and I figured I should learn how to play it, so it's more accurate as well. Totes. AI is a tool like any tool. It's helpful, dangerous. I think AI is going to be helpful, dangerous. This is reality. I wish I had a bottle of whiskey because it's right about now. What are we now? 21 past 8. We'll kill this stream at 9 o'clock, so on the next hour. But if I had whiskey right now, I'd be having a couple of whiskeys with you guys. Instead, I'll just suck on this beer until we end up.
I think AI is going to be very dangerous. Helpful. Interesting.
Flosky, when the rest of the interview gets left behind, or the internet gets left behind, AI will be outsourced. Will be our source of truth. Ooh. So when search engines are completely gone and AI is the only thing, that's all there will be. And that's frightening because of how wrong it gets it. How often it gets it wrong. Yeah, interesting. AI is going to be helpful. Interesting. Yeah, right. Is there something to be said about, like, could there be a class action lawsuit against ChatGPT for giving wrong information? I mean, I was literally using it to base my decisions off until it slowly dawned on me that this is dumb and it's constantly getting it wrong. And then I was like, okay, whatever this thing tells me, just grain of salt this thing. Like, big grain, like the biggest grain of the most Himalayan, of the most rock salt you could possibly ever get. This thing is not to be trusted. But isn't that a failure then? Like, if it gets it wrong, like if it does basic arithmetic incorrectly, isn't that a failure on the actual thing? Like, how can it be programmed and get it wrong? That means the programming's wrong. People are talking about that already. The dead internet. Oh, I've heard of this theory, the dead internet theory, yeah. Google bypasses links now for the most... Yeah. It gives the AI generated response, yeah. Grabs all the info and doesn't link to it, yep. Dalesky, truth is not reliant on opinion, though. Reality exists whether we realize it or not. Dude, this is coming from a man who's been up all night. It's 6 a.m. and he... Let me read that again. Truth is not reliant on opinion. Reality exists whether we realize it or not. I mean, that's a statement of fact. Hey, Crown Joe, how you doing, man? Crown Joe, nice place. Thank you, dude. How you going? Flosky, it's no different than the media corps telling us what to believe on news, social media, and owned by the same people. Ooh. You raise a good point there. It is all owned by the same yahoos, isn't it? Yeah. They all own it. They're all the same dudes. Yeah, true, yeah. It's a monopoly. And they've got Park Lane and Mayfair. And they've got hotels on it. So we have no hope. I'm in jail. And I'm not just visiting either. No, this is free. I'm on free parking, not in jail. I'm in free parking. Crown Joe, I'd roast some marshmallows. Dude, you know what? I didn't get them. I didn't get marshmallows. It's kind of like a child's thing, but I'd probably have a couple, maybe 2 or 3. But it's more for the children. But if... Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Marshmallows would be nice, yeah. They're nice, yeah. I went to a bonfire party, we did that. S'mores, yeah, the chocolate, you guys have the graham crackers and the chocolate and then the marshmallow, yeah, I know. Or it's either a knockoff or it's a copycat. It's good to see you. Yeah, man, cheers, dude. Did you just finish your stream or are you just starting? I've got to plug this iPad in. We're going to lose power source here. I've got to plug this in. Let me just get a power source for that guy. What power source will I need? I'll need a Type-C USB. Wait, I've got one over here in my pick. The wind is coming. Blinding my eyes. Wait, it's going the other way. It's charging. It's taking a charge off my iPad to charge the power bank. That's better. How cool are these power banks? If you plug them in, if you plug it in the other, like if you do this first and then that, it'll take power off this to charge the device, but if you plug them in the other way, it'll take power off the power bank to keep the device charged. Crazy. I'm at work. Oh, you're at work right now. Okay, cool, man. Well, thanks for swinging by. We're going to hang out for another half an hour here on this stream. This is probably one of those fires you'll probably want to fully douse so an ember doesn't blow into the grass later. That's very true, yeah. Yeah, because of all this wind. Very, very smart idea, Flo, yeah. There is grasses there. Yeah, you're dead right, dude. I'll pull it all apart. I might even throw some water on it from the creek. Or from the Shoalhaven. But yeah, we'll hang around here for another half an hour, folks. So if you want to, if you got anything else you want to, chisel chat about, let's do it for half hour, and then I'll call it, and then I guess I'll see you guys next on my regular streams back home. Probably not tomorrow. I'll probably take a day off. But yeah, good point, Flo. Yeah. I probably would have come to that realization myself too, but it might have taken me longer to get there. Yeah, there's those grasses up there that did catch fire before, and given the amount of wind as well, it's pretty hectic. I kind of want to keep it burning though, because if we're going to sit here for half an hour, I do want some more heat because it's very cold. It's very cold. So I'm going to snap this off in threes. No, in twos.
Pretty good estimation of amount of wood needed though, because like, aside from the big piece, there's nothing else left from the stuff I brought over. Flosky, truth be told, I'm often bummed when a streamer I'm watching doesn't go all night because I'm usually up anyway. So you love these long form streams from me when it's my day, because I guess, well, yeah, I mean, we started this stream at 10 a.m. It's now 8 p.m. So 10 hours ago I began. So I've done a long form day stream into the start of the night for me. And you like that? That's great. Thank you, man. Thank you for your attention. Yeah, like when it's over, I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I watch now? Yeah, I get that. It's a bit of a come down. When I finish my stream, like in this kind of environment, I immediately start turning lights off and getting ready for bed. But then I'll grab my laptop and I'll go back and just usually check the YouTube, just to make certain that there wasn't any copyright stings. I had a couple of copyright stings on the first day of the stream because of music I was playing as I was driving. I try to resolve those immediately, either mute the claim or dispute it, but if it's music I just mute it. That's better. I wanted some flame like that, some flame action. There's only a small handful of streamers I watch these days. I live alone, so it's nice to have some noise or interaction while I'm not doing stuff. Aw, nice, man. I'm happy to be there, man. I'm happy to be that little kind of comforting noise in the background. And I'm saying that with respect. Like I know I'm chatting but for the bulk of this stream today I was driving and I wasn't really speaking at all because I was aware that sometimes I was going, be right back, and a lot of tree cover, and by the end of that drive, like maybe 2 hours before I ended, I was well and truly over it. I almost camped at that national park area. I'm so glad I didn't. Ollie Socks. Truman Show went offline years ago. Joking. I never watched his stuff except for once to see. Wasn't my type. Lolly Socks, man. Holy moly. Now there's a name from the past. Lolly Socks. Catboy Cammy. Wow. I mean, I know all about that because I was there in that era, but that's extreme right wing. Not my style at all. An Aussie guy from Newcastle, right? Misguided young kid. Yeah. Probably in jail now, I'd imagine. Probably locked up. He's one of those who just kept his camera on all day, which was unique. Yeah. He had an agenda though. He had a very racist agenda, but yeah, I did appreciate that he was. I mean, it was just a weird time, D-Live, and I feel like we were all there at that time, but I don't know. That's when Nick Fuentes came over to D-Live, and Alex Jones was on D-Live for a little while. That's a big get. If you're into that stuff. They're turning the frogs gay. Oh, we've got to get an audio drop of that. I never caught any of his agenda since I only watched it for a couple of minutes, then checked out. Yeah, fair enough. I had a couple of interactions with him. I don't know, it was just, I guess,
because we're both Australians. I think he was from Newcastle, somewhere up. Because Hendrik was, no, not Newcastle, Brisbane. H man, if you're still in the back end there, let us know. I think yeah, because Hendrik was like, I know where that is. That's Sunnybank, or that's this station. Yeah, Ipswich or something. I don't know. We had a few times we chatted about this and that. I never had him on a call in, but we hosted each other a few times, and yeah, that was the introduction to the Groyper movement, I guess. It's kind of where all that came from, or it's where it all stemmed from, anyway. I remember seeing his channel was constantly on kind of like Cab 7. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, for whether it was good or bad, DLive was certainly promoting those political, like Baked Alaska and stuff. They were definitely promoting that shit because they were getting all the views, like. And don't get me started, but we were all earning off of that at the time. Whatever Nick Fuentes earned and whatever PewDiePie earned, we also earned. Or a portion thereof. Pretty compelling. I mostly just watched the music streams back then and the IRLs. Like what's the Russian girl that Dale still talks about a lot? Jency. And then there was the what was the other band? There was a band that used to jam, and they would stream their jams. Can't recall their name. And now there are still people going live on DLive for the first time. Rowdy Souls, that's the guys, yeah, the Rowdy Souls. Jency, yeah, and lots of other. Jacob Muir Music, yeah, Jacob Muir. Another Aussie guy. Yep. Damn. That went hard at me then. Felt it heating up my legs. JXQ? I don't remember JXQ. What was that little Kiwi kid that I used to host a lot? There was a young Kiwi guy. Quite a nice kid, but only young, probably too young for our group, like our core group, but we just encouraged him to stream, and he was streaming and he loved it. I don't know, something happened and he bailed. We used to have him on call-ins every now and then. JXQ was a musician from Texas. He still streams on Twitch. Okay. I don't recall that handle. I sponge a lot. Good times. The only Kiwi I remember enjoying being... Oh, enjoying being! I remember that dude, yeah. He wasn't really young. No, that's a different person. No, but also Grimsky as well. How can we forget Grimsky? Yeah, some interesting times over there. Yeah, I mean, look, thinking about it like in this light that we are, like a fond memory, it was pretty unique to be out there on DLive amongst all that, Of course, Netsky of Truskis. Yeah, like we definitely broke some ground over there, I feel like, on DLive. How strange is it that people are still
How? Okay. Fuck. I can't get over. I just can't work this out. I get that there are people that have kept the app on their phone and they go live, but how are new people coming? How is the Discord for DLive in that server that's new streamers to DLive? How is that happening? Like, I understand existing streamers that have kept the app and for some reason they want to stream on there. I get that part. Well, I don't get it, but I get the logistics of it. But I don't understand how someone completely foreign would start an account and do their first stream on DLive. I just don't get how, and that's happening in the Discord probably like 5 times today. I don't get that. Like, how do you find... You can't download the app to start with. There's nothing to download, it's gone. I just don't get that. Araminda, a DLive GP streamed again on Kick yesterday. She's married and has kids now. Araminda, I don't remember that name. Araminda, a global partner. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But look, like logistically, how does... You know what it's got? It's got to be bots, right? It's got to be botted. Why are they botting DLive though? Which is an artist and a gamer. Okay. DJ Mills. Millsy, that's the Kiwi, the young kid. DJ Millsy. That just came to me. The name just like, yep, DJ Millsy. That was the young Kiwi kid. Nice guy, man. We had a few call-ins together. Just a young kid having a good time streaming. And then I think he got a job. No, he got a job as a photographer. That's right. He was shooting photos. And he got a few gigs, got a few corporate gigs. And then he was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to stream so much anymore. I'm kind of moving more towards doing the photography thing. DJ Millsy. DJ was just his initials. He wasn't a disc jockey. I remember that. Yeah, you remember it now. Yeah. Flosky, you can't stream on DLive anymore. There are 2 Russian streamers still on somehow, but everyone else is shut out. I try to get a gain out of curiosity. Is that a fact? Because if I go to the DLive Discord, I'll do it now on my phone because I don't want to mess up the stream here, but I'm almost positive in the Discord there will be first streams to DLive. Let me see. DLive. General chat. Hold on, where is it? Stream tools, gaming chat, partner update, partner general. First DLive stream. Okay, so what day's today? The 1st of June. Okay, my apologies. The last time someone first streamed to DLive was the 16th of May. 16th of May. The Czech person. DLive.tv/David USWWWWWWW. Yeah, you're right. Fact. Some people... Oh, that light's out. Some people made claims, but that was up until a few days ago. Now it's just the 2 Russians. New signups to Discord don't mean they can stream. No. Those weren't they weren't Discord signups. They were people. They were people's. Like that was DLive archiving their first stream. Just gonna put a new battery in that guy. But I see what you're saying. It hasn't happened since the 16th of May or something. I guess I just looked at it wrong, or I didn't notice the date. Look, okay, I got it wrong. The dates was wrong. I was incorrect. But the fact still remains. Why are people doing that? Like, what are they doing streaming there? What's the point? It was already... I gotta take a slash. It was already dead when it was alive. It's more dead now that it actually is dead. Like, it's completely dead. People are still streaming there. It's so weird. So weird. Or, okay, not anymore, but they were. But those Russian dudes are. I haven't looked at the chat just yet, but Flowski, the two Russians that you were talking about, are they known streamers? Like, what? Did that just go off again? Do we know those streamers? That battery's dead already? That was a dead battery. I got another one. Yeah, do we know who those streamers... Oh, you know what that is? I probably need 2 batteries onto this thing. My bad. Getting down to the nitty gritty end of the battery lives. All batteries' lives matter though. These are really good batteries, they should last longer. They're fully charged as well. But that'll get us through anyway. Well, I need more flames though. I need more flames. I need more heat. A bit longer. Flowski, I don't think they are known, not to me anyway, but it made me wonder how they know anyone else, how they and no one else are on D-Live. It's definitely not a coincidence. Do you reckon it's just people that have access to the back end that are sort of just messing with it? It was a fun after party for some oldies. Nothing serious, just for memes. Yeah. It would have been better if it was like known streamers. Like let's say, I don't know, like, do you remember Boomer? Boomer Live? It would have been cool if, you know, you saw like D-Live has officially shut down and then Boomer Live or I Sponge a Lot is live. That would have been kind of cool. But it's just random nobodies that no one knows. Then it's like, okay, this doesn't really, it doesn't add up, and it also doesn't mean anything. I mean, I have the app. Actually, let me check it. I've got the app here on my... Pretty certain I do. Yeah, I got the app here. I got the app. I got the D-Live app. Ah, that didn't last very long. Wait, how come? I thought if you had the app still, it would work. It says D-Live is closing soon. Please visit our website to complete your withdrawals and download your content. Go to website. Doesn't go anywhere. The link, the app literally says, hit this button to download all your stuff. Obviously that's all gone, but dlive.tv is just closing, just
endless death spiral. The death spiral. Funny times, man. I got the app. Should I delete the app? Hi, Rez and I were playing with it after the fact. Rez actually got a lot of friends drop by after. Did he really? Did he go live and got some friends to come through? That's funny. If you never updated the app, you can still view it. The two streamers are CHD, Rue Rock, and Venom 95719, both Russians. Fucking what the fuck? That is so weird, man. I don't understand it. I mean, I don't think I updated the app unless I've got auto updates enabled, but the app doesn't work for me. They're 24/7 streamers. Are they multi-streaming though, and DLive is just one of their outputs? Or are they exclusively streaming to DLive? That doesn't add up, man. It's got to be AI shit, right? Imagine 24/7 streaming to a platform that's literally closed its doors and there's physically no one that can watch it. Wait, how are you seeing that then, Flo? I've no idea, I don't care to look into it. But how are you seeing it though? Where are you seeing that? Because I go to dlive.tv, it doesn't load. That's why I know it's not a coincidence, because before that time there were like 30 still streaming, now just the two Russians. On an Android, you can download an archived APK and still see it. So you can download an expired link that takes you to the install package for the app. This is why this is the strangest thing. That's an old version. Yeah. This is why this is so strange, because the only people that are able to watch it are those that know how to do that. Like, are these Russians and the rest of them who were doing it, are they trying to grow an audience or something? Because that's not that's a real hard way to do that. That's so strange, man. Now you can't even watch, just a black screen, but you can still chat on anyone's channel. Is my channel there? Can you check my channel, dude? Just tell me what comes up with when you do that on the APK with Gives a Minute. Am I still there? Imagine I was still live somehow. That'd be funny. Still there. The channel's still there. I'm not live, right? Like, my last stream was months ago or something. So the ones that are live, those two Russians, they're live through the app. They're not using an RTMP or anything. They're actually go live through the app. Yeah, wow. Not live, but for a long time it was still showing your offline reruns. That would be because I'd always had reruns to show, or I had it set to auto rerun the most current 5 reruns, and I never changed that. I probably should have. I mean, if you wanted to extend it as long as possible, I probably should have reset them the day before they closed their doors, but I just didn't really care. But yeah, I mean, look, all told, it is kind of sad, you know, like that was a good era. However, we do have a new era now. Like, I think Valora This is a new era, a new time, and it seems pretty good, like pretty cozy. You know, we're making it ours, we're making it work for us, and it seems like a good. I think I'm pretty happy like that Valora popped up, and it seemed like it was around the right time, as DLive was sort of winding itself down. Valora was already in a good position to sort of, you know, and 1,500 viewers right now on the app, on the platform. Yeah. I'm not sure how the Russians are on the platform. I'm not sure how the Russians are online. Maybe they are hackers that have an inside scoop. I mean, yeah, probably, but it just means that the back end, the hosting and the server side is still current. DLive probably paid up for whatever, half a year or something, and eventually that'll all expire, and then it will go away. It's just a weird way to end it all. Last time I streamed, the chest was still working. I opened it for a friend. That's after the site had shut down. That's kind of odd. So you could give people a financial reward from a platform that had actually closed its doors. So you took money out of a bank when the bank had already shut down, basically. That's funny, man. It was after the shutdown. Ah, that's funny. Wow. Yeah. And we had Danny Black streaming on there for a while. Xander streamed on there for a while. Mark Ensby streamed on there for a while. Jayski viewed. Jay Boston was a viewer. I don't think he did a stream. Gil Pickle. 2018 and 2019 was the bomb. Speaking of shutdown, everyone else apparently went to bed. Yeah. Well, we're going to wrap this up here in a couple. I mean, I'm holding out for 9, but I don't have to. But yeah, it looks like just you and me, Flowskis. Round of applause for you and me. I was going to wrap it up on the hour anyway, so we're nearing that. But Flo, thanks for the conversation, man. I appreciate. I know you're doing other stuff as well, but appreciate you hanging out here. And Jimsky's here too. Jimsky's got us tabbed. Yeah, man. I'm like just to reiterate what I said earlier. Like this IRL mission for the last 5 days or 4 days. I feel like this has been a rounding success, with the exception of some things I've got to fix up in the back end. But I think the tech proves itself. The van works. I feel like this is. I'm happy to make those out the on-screen layout, and then do this. I want to go out for 5-6 weeks at a time. Just go off on a big trip and. You know, I've been saving for this, and I had all this plans to do this thing, and I'm still going to do it, and it's just a matter of kind of waiting to see how this all works, and I'm pretty psyched that it is working, and I love this IRL stuff. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, man. Yeah, appreciate you, dude. It's a big win, especially after these annoying tech issues in Uluru. Yeah, there was some issues in Uluru, but I think we made a lot of it harder on ourselves, and I feel like now that audio issue where we had the extender and all that stuff, it just will make. It's hard to admit this, but I made it more difficult than I needed to. I got excited by certain tech, and there's an easier way to do things, and I'm trying, and that's why I'm talking about potentially using the GoPro. I don't know if I'm going to, but either way, there are easier ways to do things, and the tech has come on so strong and so fast. Like Starlink is like I'm sitting by a river in rural Australia, like with better internet than I've had at home. Before I got fiber, this would be better internet. So like, I don't know, like I'm so psyched that this has all worked, and like this is how it rolls. Yeah. We got Beam, we got faster than light technology on Beam, we got virtually zero latency on Valora, we got Go Lightstream. Okay, there's some stuff that needs to be tweaked. Yeah, I'm psyched. I'm stoked. Hell yeah, hell yeah. And if I can promote Valora through the IRL chain, like if I'm the only one doing IRL stuff, there's that Beatniks TV, the one that's like pre-programmed stuff in Berlin. That's kind of cool, but this is actual IRL camping and stuff. I'm stoked to be doing that and putting the map out there, or forging the trail, I guess. That is how we're going to wrap it up here. I'll get my phone out to end the stream. But as I do, just thanks everyone again for being here. Appreciate you all. I'll probably take a little time off now. I mean, I'm probably working. I might stream tomorrow. I don't know. I may or may not stream tomorrow from home once I'm back. And then I'll get back into work and do some I don't know, do some stuff at home. It's great to be out here in the wild and doing this, but it's also comfortable to be at home in the warmth with no smoke blowing in my face. You know what I'm saying? Oh, did you get me with the lightning, Flowski? See, I need to hear that because I know you were sliding that in. And there's Gloria too. Oh, it's been great. Thanks, dudes. I'll catch you on the flip side. Adios, amigos.
Started out alive, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the sight faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching